What's going on, guys? This is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we're doing our very best to be the bridge between our fellow real estate investors and entrepreneurs alike and the cryptocurrency world, because crypto, make no mistake about it, is the biggest opportunity over the next few years, and it's not even close. We're pumped that you're here along for the ride with us. It's gonna be wild. Corey, take it away.
Absolutely. Corey Geary here, and just truly blessed with you, all you guys on this amazing journey where we're going to use crypto as that wealth creation tool and real estate as a wealth preservation tool. And I'm super excited because today's my last day in Puerto Rico for a couple months. And man, it's exciting to live in two places at once. Like, we're going to go home to our other home now. And like the newness of going back and forth is so cool. And so, yeah, we leave tomorrow morning. Early in the morning, be back in Arizona by lunchtime. And yeah, we'll be streaming with you guys from this point on from Arizona for the next couple months. We have Crypto Coffee coming on Wednesday, so that's going to be a good one. He'll be talking about his journey with crypto and how he got into it and mistakes he's made and the wins he's had. Obviously, Hex being one of them. Obviously. So, yeah, man, super fun. Yeah, Powercity's crushing it, man. I am loving the stability pool right now. I took my DCA money that I was going to basically throw in the market, and since the plebs aren't selling it down like I was hoping they would, I was hoping they would sell it down back to 4 zeros and a 4. They haven't done it yet, so I stuck all my money in the stability pool. And earning about 265% APY, and I'm using that money to DCA into.
Is that on Powercity?
I'm sorry, that's liquid loans. Oh, okay. We're talking about Powercity today.
No, because I thought you were talking about liquid loans. But I was like, oh, maybe Powercity has something that I'm not aware of.
Powercity should have something similar though when the Earn protocol launches. That's why I get confused.
Right.
Yes. No, that's liquid loans. Liquid loans stability pool is crushing it. But Powercities, if they're doing the exact same fork, it should be the same. If not, you probably have higher APYs. Initially, just how this was 400%. I remember when it first came out, and because as the loan token is dropping, the APY is going down because of the value of the token. So the inflation staying the same. So yeah, if we can catch that Powercity pool, the stability pool right out of the gate, you should be able to get 400 or 500% APY if it mimics what liquid loans did. And so I'm glad we thought about this, because what I'll do is I'll take out my USDL and I'll put it in there. What is it called over there? It's like UPDX or something. You guys know that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They're stable coin.
I think it's PDXC or something like that.
Do you guys know in the chat the Powercity's stablecoin ticker? Just for my knowledge, be great if you dropped it in there. But yeah, that's going to be a great way to make some passive income in there. Plus, man, I mean, the price chart on Powercity is freaking killing it. And in comparison to like other stacks, right?
I was gonna say, let's quantify that.
Yeah, let's quantify that. It feels like it's killing it because it's like one of my better sacks. Like, my best sacks are Fiat, Fame, Powercity. That's about it. I sacked a little bit for Piteous, and I made a few $100 on that. PDXC. That's why PDXC. I don't like that ticker name.
I'm with you. It's not my favorite.
Or PXDC. Either one of those. I just don't like that ticker name. It's like you can't remember that very well. At least in my head. I know. So Tetra is so hot right now. Yeah, I love Tetra. I didn't sacrifice for Tetra. Like, I was not part of the real early group, but I was able to get in when Tetra was on Ethereum. So that helped me get a nice price. So I'm up on my Tetra bag too. Yeah, there's the Watt token. Yeah, man, I like what
it's pretty solid.
It is, man.
Look at that.
It is seriously solid.
Yeah. This is what is this? This is I apologize. Let's go to
look at that. That's great.
Yeah. It's solid out of the gate. I'm frankly impressed. I feel like the team has handled things really well. Liquidity, is pretty reasonable. What are we looking at as far as liquidity? I mean, $500,000 in here, and liquidity, I think it was higher. I think early on it was like $1,000,000 if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But holding really freaking strong. I feel like the NFTs that they have associated with your sacrifice that you get. So okay, so recap. Probably many of you know this right now. But if you go and you sacrifice, let me go ahead and pull it up. If you sacrifice for Powercity, then you get your Watt token, and that is, okay, I'll pull it up. Here's the core.
What I really love about this right now is if you look at that market cap, man. I mean, how many of these protocols are launching at that low of a market cap? 7.9 million. It was 5 million a few days ago. I'm
Right.
like, this thing actually has room to do 100x if it wants to. It has the room. Like some of this other stuff, it's very difficult for it to do because it's gonna have so much sell pressure on the way up because the market cap's so big. But this one here, man, it's got legs to run.
Agreed. So I mean, market cap is reasonably low. Liquidity is reasonable as well. The NFTs they launch. So if you sacrifice for Powercity, you come here to the stake section right up here at the top, and let's see if it'll load. There we go. And then you got to go ahead. In fact, I'll connect my wallet. This is my test wallet.
Do you have a test NFT?
I don't. I do not. But I'll show you. If you do have something here on this page right here, it'll tell you that you qualify to mint, and you go ahead and mint your tokens, and it'll show right up as an NFT, and it makes it so that you can maintain your 2 times bonus on anything that Powercity that the fees generate. So you earn fees just like many of the DeFi protocols. I feel like launching for on Pulse Chain and launching in general this cycle, you earn the fees from the platform, which is kind of cool. It's not a forever inflating token, and you hope there's more buyers to be able to come in and buy it up. And so you can come in here, you get double the fees from your NFT, and the NFT makes it so you can transfer it while maintaining the double. So really nice, and the artwork on these has been cool. What do you think about the artwork on yours, Corey?
I love mine, dude.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's great. It's great. Now now for frame of just so you guys know, for reference, if you break the NFT to get the coins and go cheat your bag, that 2x multiplier is gone forever. Like, so don't break it. It's kind of like a Watsa in that regard, is that once you open it up and get the coins, then that's it. It's basically gone. And so keep that in mind. I'm going to speculate now, depending on the size of the NFT and the size of the bag, of course. But I'm speculating that, if we're in a market, I would say people probably would buy that NFT at a 2x multiple if that's what is generating them in the fees, because it is assuming we could, as long as we can move it, which we can, to another person, and they can keep that 2x multiplier, someone's might value that. The 2x multiplier because they're getting twice the rewards. Now, I think would have to be in a market that's, a bit of euphoria before we start selling things like that. But I could see a place and a time and a place where that would transpire. So keep that in mind before you break it apart and try to sell it. Like, go to the different NFT marketplaces and see what they're selling for across Pulse Chain. And because ideally, I mean, if you can sell it and get your money, what you want out of it without breaking it apart, that would be the ideal situation. So yeah. Now the big ones, I don't know if you saw that, Dane. I think you did. There's one selling for like $12 million. What the heck? And it's not even like, he's not even being realistic about the price. It's like I think the NFT, I think the coins is worth 1.5, and I think it was 3 million on the double. Like I think it's something like that, and he's trying to sell for 12 million, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
So
I like, honestly, so I like the marketing. I think it's
marketing. Yes, I agree.
It's marketing. Yeah. So these guys are out, they're like the most expensive NFT on Pulse Chain. That's one of those things, like, yeah, like Corey said, just because you go list your house for sale for $10 million, that doesn't mean that you have an active and ready buyer to come and pay you that. But nonetheless, it's a form of marketing to be able to come in and say, look what's going on over here. I wonder if that's a team wallet NFT. I mean, if it's, I think you said like $1.5 million worth of watt in there, right?
It's something like that. Yeah.
It's a ton.
Yeah, it's a chunk of change. If it's not a team NFT, then it's like a top wallet sacrificer.
Yeah.
And he's just putting it on market for shits and giggles for 12 million. Why not? Dude, if you got someone, if someone comes and buys it, it's like, oh man, like more power to you. You just like
it's tax season. It's tax season. There's tax loss harvesting strategies associated there. So
that's a horrible strategy, Dave. But hey, to each their own.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So cool. Like, I feel like this has been one of the most successful launches as far as price chart holding up reasonably well. I think the UI is really nice. It, it's very apparent, in my opinion, that they put in some work here to make this look good. In my opinion, it reads well. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. And also, one of the things that people have been asking questions, they did Jesse and what's the dude's name that does a lot of their content? Matt's his name. Yeah, they did a great stream. I think it was yesterday. I watched it. They recapped how all of this stuff works. So if you go to the Powercity Telegram, you can find that stream. It was great. Gives a quick overview in about 50 minutes. You watch it double time, you can get it in 25 minutes, which is what I did. And they were talking specifically about, where is the dashboard? I don't think it's going to show it here since I don't have an NFT in this wallet. But essentially, the rewards for this type of stuff are going to start rolling out as they're launching more and more of their products. And
makes sense.
Jesse said that those will be launching over a number of weeks, and they're building like crazy. So it'll be cool to see their stuff coming out. One of my big concerns is they have such big ambition to build so many things, and then they're in the Telegram before they even launch. Hey, what should we build next? I'm like, don't build anything. Just freaking give us what you're already, what you've been working on. And so, shout out to those guys. I think it's really cool to see what they put out.
I agree. It's been a lot of fun, man. It's one of the few sacrifices that I'm happy about. And we still could have, if you wanted to, you still could have waited and bought after it launched and still made out better. But at least now I think I'm even or even up my sacrifice.
Are you?
Yeah.
I haven't calculated mine.
I'm up. I got some money in initially on the 2x multiplier when they did it way back around the liquid loans launch.
Okay.
And I wish I'd have put more in then. I would be really up to my sacrifice if I'd have put more in back then. But that's all right. I didn't know at the time that this was going to be that good. I was like speculating. So yeah, it's one of the better ones for sure. So there hasn't been a lot, and it was the last one, the last big one anyways. We have a few more small ones coming out, like Win-Win is one. That's what I'm waiting for. I didn't put a lot in there. I put a little bit in there. I would like to see that one come out. Pulse Pot, I do believe they will be launching because they launched a B&B pot. Same founder. I got coins over there. When they launched that, they gave us the same allocation on Binance that did it for Pulse Chain. So I want to see those guys launch. They have no excuse to not launch anymore. The Fetch Oracle's here. That was what their excuse was. And then after that, I really can't think of who else. Do you
know, Corey, with really quick with the Powercity stake? So when you go in, you look at your stake, there's the watt balance and the watt equivalent. The watt equivalent looks like it's double what the watt balance is. Correct. If you destroy your NFT, do you get the watt equivalent?
Nope. You get the watt balance.
What is that watt equivalent?
That is your amp. So it's telling you.
Oh, it's just showing you, your size of the pool to earn rewards.
Right, what you're earning off of.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, I did not get the early session. I sacrificed near the latter part of that,
Yeah.
and
Still okay, right?
I'm about even on mine.
It's not
Yeah,
bad. Yeah, I'm up.
I thought I was way down, but I'm
No.
about even.
Oh no.
That's
Yeah,
great.
I'm up a little bit, and that, like I said, if we would have waited, obviously we could have waited and then bought right after launch. Now it dumped really hard at launch, and then it's come back, which yeah we could have. But hey, this is great. This is
Yeah,
excellent. I'm
no,
I'm
that's great.
I'm happy. I got the 2x multiplier. We're going to let it ride and make some passive income. And who knows, maybe this will be the moonshot. This one in Tetra, man. Tetra is the other one I really think is going to moonshot in 2024. So maybe this in Tetra is the one that really like brings in all the freaking adoption pulse chain and brings like the limelight, right? There, it seems like every layer one of what I've noticed, Dane, is every layer one gets recognized because there's some kind of protocol that launches on there that people all flock to, like people love. For example, Arbitrum and GMX, right? Who else? What else is that chain used for? It's like nothing. Everyone went over there for GMX. I remember when Phantom, it was Tomb. Tomb was the big one for Phantom that really brought Phantom to life. And so I feel like there's always this something that comes out, and we're just waiting for that something on Pulsing. I think it could be Tetra and maybe even Powercity.
Yeah.
It seems like they're really doing a lot of cool stuff and bringing all that cool stuff together in one place where you as the holder are going to be making all that passive income. So who knows? We'll see. I'm definitely here for it. I'm excited, and it's going to be a fun ride. So
Man, so if you'd have bought, so when Power City launched,
yes,
it got crushed initially. I mean, from the bottom of that wick, it's up over 300% in 5 days.
yep.
Interesting. That is pretty interesting. Huh. Very
Yep.
cool.
They dumped all the early investors dumped it, and the market said no. This is more valuable than what you think it is. It's funny. The market dictates. It knows, man. And so, that's why I think Fame is still holding up well. I think that's why I'm up on my fiat from my sacrifice. It's holding well. Market's dictating that it's a good protocol. Yeah, Mintra, I'm way down. I don't know. What is the market telling me? I don't know.
I mean, to be fair with that idea, we're down on our Pultsack. So like, is the
What's the
market
market
saying that
telling
it's
you?
garbage? You know?
Pulse X is valued at where it's at today. Now
Oh,
it can
sure.
be valued a lot more. It can be valued a lot more in the future, like next year or 2025. That's fine, but it was overvalued on its sacrifice. There is no doubt about it. It was not worth $1 billion.
No.
I hope one day it is worth $1 billion, and I'll be around for that day. But today is not that day in the middle of a freaking bloody bear market. It's not. Speaking of bear markets, we're going to have to debut one of our good friends, Bear Market Blues. This is going to be good, guys. I don't know how many of you guys know who Frank is, or he's an amazing individual in our community. We were honored to meet Frank at the Pulse Con. I like to call it the Pulse Con because we got conned really hard on that particular event. Although I got to hang out with some amazing people and I met people like Frank, right? And so it was worth going, and it was worth meeting these people. And Frank was one of them, man. He's an amazing individual in our community. He does real estate also, more on the retail side of things than what we do. We're more on the investor side, but yeah, he wrote a song called the Bear Market Blues. And we have the honor today to debut this song on our show. He's even got a music video with it now for all you guys can see. And we're going to post it on Twitter too. So you guys see it on Twitter, repost it for him, and let's get him as many views and likes as we possibly can. But let's go ahead and debut it today. Dane, do you want to play it or do you want me to play it?
You go ahead and share your screen if you don't mind.
Let's try it.
I have it on my phone, but I don't have it pulled up on my computer.
Okay, yeah. I always forget how to do it. Share screen. Okay. I'll just do the entire screen.
Oh, I've got it.
You do got it?
You got it too?
I got it too. I got it pulled up here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear it, though. Let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear it?
We can hear it. The audio is not that great, though.
Won't you? All right, won't you do it?
Should I pull it up and see if it's any better on my end? All right.
Yeah, try it.
All right. Let me move some of this stuff around so we can see it better.
That Puerto Rico internet. I'm even hard in.
Your video is good, though. I feel like it's making a difference.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. We're good. Let me go ahead and present. Entire screen. Should be this one. All right. We got it. We got it. All right. Let's do it. Is audio good?
I can hear it.
Every day I wake up, feels like a breakup. Red candles down, people flirting bad news.
Gosh dang it.
I got the bear market blues, bear market blues, the crypto bear market blues. Every night I lie awake, red candles light the way. My baby kisses me, but I'm not alone. I got the bear market blues, bear market blues, the crypto bear market blues. Just say goodbye to making our way to a bullshit end. Thoughts of back is what I dream about. Somewhere near the top, I'm cashing out. Down the hands holding on, dry time is long gone. Friends are telling me I seem a little confused. I got the bear market blues, bear market blues, the crypto bear market blues. I just can't take these market blues. I just can't escape these bear market blues, bear market blues.
You may have heard of Bitcoin and Ethereum, but have you heard of Pulse Chain? It's a fork of Ethereum with a faster network and cheaper fees. If you'd like to experience true DeFi, come on over and check out Pulse Chain at pulsechain.com.
I like it.
Oh, it's great, dude.
Call to action at the end there. Quick little explainer. I like it. Oh, that's cool.
It is great, man. Oh, man. Good job, Frank. You are the man. We love you, bro. We love everything you do for the community. Thank you so much, man. I will be posting it on my Twitter today. The actual video, I'll post it, and so you guys can share it around, give them some hype. I'll post it on my YouTube too. So I'll post it on my YouTube, post it on my Twitter, and then you guys can share it around. It'll be a lot of fun.
Very cool. Great job, Frank. And this is all marketing. I think it's great. Like Danny liked it. Like it's interesting how different genres and whatnot appeal to different people. And so Frank's reaching out to his. And excellent job, Frank. That was great.
Exactly. I mean, I resonate with this a lot more than a lot of the other music. So I love blues. I love rock. That's my genre where I'm from. And so it's exciting, man.
Yep. Really cool. On another note, you might have posted this in our group, Corey. Let me pull up. Have you seen the clip that Kaiza made with Hans charting some hex?
I don't know if I have or not. No,
just barely with KDP. It was good. Let me pull it up. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. Let's.
I like Hans too. Hans, his TA is good.
Watch this one here really quick.
Just don't say a 10,000x, please.
Only 10,000 X's, Corey.
Blast.
All right. Let me pull this up.
in 2020.
Do you see my screen?
I can.
Mostly everything is pretty bullish.
You hear the
right?
audio?
And
Yes.
everybody feels that our ecosystem is not having fun or joining in the party. But this is a V bottom here, right? We can even look at this consolidation in 2020. It took quite a while. I mean, we only really started breaking out at what's that, like less than 2 cents. What we need to do here is we need to create market structure, right? It's just a fancy way of saying higher lows, right? And if we look at those previous charts, we can see we've been moving sideways for a while on them, even on their monthly scale, right? X is very early here. We need to defend this price, right? And I'm doing that as well. Like I'm starting to buy EX and PLSX passively as we're in the reload zones for these areas. Like this is where we should be investing, even on the lower time frames. Like this is what is called the reload zone, and we're inside of that area, right? So you're not buying the top or even the local top. And this is where sentiment will be the worst, right? And the sentiment will be the best at the tops. And yeah, the only summary to say here is that this is the start of the bottoming phase, right? We haven't even confirmed the bottoms yet. And in fact, the bottom will only be confirmed once we break above the 1.2 cent area. So very early to say that are we going to ever go up to all-time highs? I want guys to look at it a little bit differently, right? Like even if we just retrace, I'm going to take off the log scale and don't crucify me for it. Right? So your only real objectives, your first resistance levels is 21 cents at the 38.2. We've got 28 cents at the 50% level and the 61.8 the golden ratios at the 34 cents. Like, let's not even talk about the all-time highs, right? Even to your first retracement levels, that's a 76x, right? Like, if you're not happy with the 76x, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, even to the 50%, like, markets would at least go to the 50%, I'd expect. That's a 99x. Like, these are insane gains. Like, you don't even have to start to talking about the all-time highs.
I agree. I wish you would chart. I might get some controversy here in the chat, but I wish you would chart the two hexes together, though, because it's hard in my head to go that chart was how it will trace back is the same chart from it was before is just not true. I just feel like the two hexes need to be together if we're going to talk about making a retracement back to 28 cents, a retracement back up to 35 cents. Like, to me, it's together because in my head, it was a stock split. Now, I could be wrong, and maybe there is new economic energy that comes to both new charts, right? Or both charts. Because you're now insinuating that they run on their own and then you have new money coming into both. Maybe that's right. Maybe I'm the one who's thinking wrong here. But I tell you, if Hex reaches 30 cents on a combined chart, I'm DCing. I'm starting to sell. I'm probably selling before that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's where I packed my bags. I don't need a 99x. I mean, I hope I get it. But yeah, and next time he streams with KDP, I love that he's streaming now with her and he's doing these TA sessions weekly. I'm gonna go on there and ask him if he could chart the two hexes together.
Well, I think that's that was one of my takeaways because I had the same thought when I saw that clip. But even if you cut those projections in half, right? Because you're splitting economic energy between two hexes. Even if you cut those in half, his lowest projection was a 77x, so you get a 38x, on just EHEX, for instance. He was charting EHEX. I mean,
I get 30x in all my RH assets. We're gonna be.
Oh, we're chilling. Yeah, we're chilling.
It's gonna be stupid, bro. Like, I'm just gonna. All you guys are coming to Puerto Rico, right? We're gonna rent out a clubhouse out here. Have all you guys come out to Puerto Rico. We can hang out on the boat all day long. Go do some fishing, some scuba diving. It would be a blast, man. I got a 30x on all my RH assets. Hey, that's what I'm not in this for not making money.
Right.
I love the community. I love you guys, but of course I'm here to make money too. So like, yeah, I'll be taking profits when we're hitting those ranges. And of course, you leave moon bags, right? You're going to leave moon bags. You don't take all your money out. Maybe a Hex does go do something ridiculous and does the Johnny Chaos and hits $1-2, right? Yeah. I tell you what, Paul Sex is not doing a 10,000 X, so I'm sorry. I'm not waiting around for that one. I don't care what you guys say. I'm not waiting around. You guys can go hang out with West Cope if you want. I'm not waiting around for it. Like, that's just me. And I have a Pulse X bag, like I do. I have a small bag. It's small compared to my Hex and my Pulse bag, although it's the most money I paid, I think, for all three of my bags. And it's the smallest of all three of my. How does that work out? Where's the math in that one? I don't know. But I'm okay with it because I've been DCA and really heavy into Pulse and the Hex. So I haven't put in a lot of focus on Pulse X. And I kept my bag. I'm going to keep it, man. Like, if I'm wrong and that's the contrarian play and it goes and does a stupid multiples, then I still got a bag of it. So,
Yep.
Kaiser, I hope you're right, bro. Like, dude, like,
That'd be great.
But I just, I pack my bags for realistic expectations. That's all I do. I don't like to, crypto is wild. It can do some amazing things, but yeah. Plus, I'm planning on getting rich this cycle, not in the next 2 or 3 cycles. I'm not waiting around, man, at 2035. It's just not my style. I got real estate I got to buy. I got businesses I want to get into. I got stuff that I want to do with my family. Like, I'm in my mid 40s. I'm looking to take some of this money now. That's just me. Like,
Agreed.
I didn't move to Puerto Rico to not pay taxes the next 2 or 3 cycles. I moved to Puerto Rico to not pay taxes this cycle.
Right. Exactly. I'm really interested to see a lot of the data. I mean, it's looking like we're just running a normal cycle right now. One of the accounts that I follow, he talked about, I thought this was an interesting take. He said Max Payne, in his opinion, would be new Bitcoin all-time highs leading into the halving, and then the game being up, them starting to raise interest rates and it rolling over. We'll see. Some of these movements, the last movement on Bitcoin and this push up has been a big move in Bitcoin terms.
Oh, in Bitcoin terms, that's a lot of liquidity, bro. That's a lot of liquidity. Yeah. Yeah, I love how we're right on cue with everything, man. I feel very strongly Pulse has bottomed, and I've been saying that for a very long time now. I feel like anywhere in these ranges where you're DCAing, whether it's Pulse, Hex, or Pulse X, you're getting pretty good deals. Of course, you could always catch local bottoms. You know what I mean? There's going to be volatility while we're running sideways here. You can always try to run some TA and catch some better buying opportunities in the local time frame. But overall, I think we're in a great area. I'm DCAing still, and I think it's next year is going to be a good year, regardless. You presented this last time, Dane, on our show or a few shows ago, how the DeFi sector in general hasn't moved a lot, except a couple exceptions like Solana and a little bit on AVAX. Obviously, the gaming tokens that are in DeFi have moved. Shout out to Crypto7. I see him in the chat. He's called a few of these on his channel with a little bit of his diversification, his portfolio. So it was really cool. So some of those have moved, but the DeFi in general hasn't really done anything spectacular. I mean, even Ethereum. Look at Ethereum, bro. Ethereum is at 2,300 still. Like, it's been at 2,000 for the last I feel like year. It feels that way. Like, I feel like Ethereum's a stable coin at this point. It hasn't really done much in comparison where Bitcoin's been ripping all year in Bitcoin terms, right? It's been ripping all year. So I think Ethereum starts moving next. And I could be wrong. Who knows? I'm just a dude in the internet. Go buy bonds. But maybe Ethereum moves next. And then once Ethereum moves, then that liquidity starts flowing over into these L1s. These other L1s that the influencers are not talking about. Because I feel like Solana, it had its heyday, or it's having its heyday, because all the top influencers are talking about it. I can't turn on Crypto Banter, Random Mar, without him talking about Solana and how he's going to switch all his Ethereum bag into Solana. Like he's got like all these millions of, I don't know how, maybe 1 million subscribers, maybe it's 500,000. He's got a lot of subscribers. And so like, you know, they're all watching him. You know, BitBoy declared himself the general of the Solana army. Like, so like all the top influencers are shilling Solana right now. I think that's why it's had this move, you know, and it is what it is.
Yep.
Oh, it hit 800. It was like 880. But it was like a really quick wick down there, Brett Stone. If you go back and look at the chart, it wasn't down there very long. I feel like it got up to like 2,000, you know, fairly quick, you know, within a month or two. And I could be wrong. I could pull a price chart, but I just feel like it's been in 2,000 for freaking like 10 months.
Yep. Agreed. I think I love to see some of the narratives that are coming out. And some of them are good. Some of them are not. This is one that I think it's important to exercise caution when you look at these ideas of never needing to sell your bags.
Bullshit.
In fact, I've been thinking about this. So here's a scenario where, you know, let's take liquid loans. Let's take liquid. We're on Powercity. Let's take Powercity today.
Yeah.
So you have your PulseX bags. You know, you go over to Powercity and you're able to use the Earn protocol to be able to take leverage against your PulseX bags.
Sure.
And the most you can take, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 90%, right? 90% of the value. Basically,
yeah. It's right.
Yeah. So like, you know, let's take $1 million, right? Let's take $1 million. That's really common on Twitter. Everybody wants to make $1 million during the bull run. So let's say that like your bags get to $1 million, right? Let's say that's your target. You're sitting in a mill and you're like, well, I don't have to sell my bags. I can go ahead and just live off the yield. Well, what happens when you have two scenarios that are in my head? When you go ahead and you're selling off the yield, what happens next bear when prices drop 90%? Well, how much is your yield? Well, if your yield goes down on $1 million, like let's say, so $1 million goes down 90% to 100K, right? How much money do you need to live on? You would need like 100, you know, you need 100% APR to make another 100K during the year on a 90% dip. Like it's just not meaningful. And well, I should say it's not going to set you financially free, right? The APRs aren't going to be that high. And the other scenario where you're like, okay, well, I'll use it as a tool to sell, and if I get liquidated, then so be it. Well, you have $1 million, you go take 90%, you're leaving 100K on the table in the hopes that you're like never selling. 100K, like, you know, that's a used R8, you know, that you left on the table. That's a that's a down payment on a rental property. That's you know, like, that's junk.
That's what I'm trying to sell my C8 for. Is
right.
100K.
That's a C8, right?
There's no buyers, but hey, I'm trying to sell. I went to Arizona tomorrow. I'm gonna go pick it up from the freaking stupid dealership and then give my car back. I'm back. I'm gonna drive it around for the next 2 months. Yeah, he says he's preserving his T-shirt. Yeah, I mean, you got to do you. If it's the T-shirts that you're talking about, I get it, right? Like all these guys who want to build multiple T-shirts, but man, I'm in the camp where like if I sell I don't even have to be at the top. But if I sell in the middle of a bull run, let's just say that I sell in a bull run and buy in a bear, I can accumulate 10 times more T-shares than if you're just buying and holding and accumulating the whole time through. That's my opinion on that. I'm very against long-term staking. A lot of you guys know that who watch the show. And there's nothing wrong with it, Archie. I get it. Like, you do you. Long-term staking works for some people. It just doesn't work for me. I mean, I buy real estate. If I want long-term, if I'm like, okay, 15, 20, 30 years, I'm buying real estate. I'm buying businesses. I'm buying oil and gas. I'm buying stuff out here in the real world to preserve that wealth, where I'm using crypto as that wealth creation tool. I'm using it as a catalyst in short bursts. So I'll come in there in the bull run, use it as a catalyst so I can accumulate long-term assets. It's the same way you're thinking about T-shares. Nothing wrong with it, because your T-shares is my real estate. I'm gonna accumulate long-term assets, and then I'm gonna come back in the bear market, accumulate again, get that burst of wealth creation, go back into real world assets, And I'm going to keep doing that, rinse and repeat. And so it's kind of the same thing that you're doing, except you're using the T-shares as your like wealth preservation part. For me, it's not for me and my family, right? I want real estate. I want businesses. I want to be part of syndications and funds, and I'm using crypto as a catalyst into that. So I'm marrying the asset classes together is what I'm doing. I want both of them, but they both have different tools. It's like a different tool in a toolbox, right? You have a hammer and you have a wrench. They're both used for something differently. That's the way I'm treating these asset classes. I got crypto, which is the wrench, and maybe the tool is the real estate, you know, or the screwdriver, right? And that's how I'm treating it. It's and I have other reasons beyond that. I don't want to get too deep on here because like it could create, you know, people, you know, I've had people text me and be like, man, why are you funding the bags? I'm like, I'm not funding the bags, bro. It's just the way I build my portfolio and what I'm doing with my money. You know, it's different. You know, everyone's different. And that's what's great about crypto. Here's what I love about crypto is that you get to create the portfolio how you want it and how you can create it around your lifestyle and to your goals. It's what's so great about crypto. Like there's no one size fits all here. You could go out and create exactly based around your goals and your lifestyle. And that's what I'm doing with it, along with real world assets. So it's, that's my take on it.
Yeah. Just make sure, not financial advice. We don't give it here. I will be taking enough chips off the table that I'll be good. And I will be all right.
And be careful with some influencers, guys, because I mean, I know for sure there was guys in the last market cycle telling you to stake 5, while they were dumping on your head. Like those guys are in our community, so be aware of that. I'm not saying that you can go and do a stake for 5, but like when you're listening to people telling you that this is the only way is staking 5, but they're the ones out there traveling the world, flashing gold chains, driving Lamborghinis, like put 2 and 2 together. They're dumping on your head, using you as exit liquidity. So just be careful of it. That's all. I love Hex. I love what Hex does. Don't get me wrong. I stake Hex in market cycles. So what I do is I stake it starting in beginning of 2025 and working every 6 months back. Dane stays liquid. We just have our own strategies. And that's what's so great about crypto is that you get to create your strategy that's tailored to your goals.
Yep. And another framework I think that's really healthy to look at this is, you know, I know that we're all here for the passive income. Corey and I freaking love it, just like you guys do. Keep in mind, you know, as you're looking at how you're building your positions, you know, like we'll stick with $1 million target, since that's an easy one for people, I think, to wrap their heads around. If your target is $1 million, you know, and a lot of people have a target there, $1 million, you know, you go make 10% yield on $1 million a year. That's $100K a year. You can go live on $100K, you know, like that's great. But man, you look at $1 million. If you just took $1 million cash, you know, and you said, forget the passive income, because I know this stuff is going to dip and we don't know how it's going to come back or if it will after its first cycle. You know, and a lot of the newer stuff anyway is being built on Pulse Chain. I mean, $1 million, if your goal is $100K a year, that's 10 years of living expenses. You're literally taking 10 years of living expenses. Once again, if that's how the math works for you, you're taking that off the table and you're having security there by doing that. Whereas you're hoping in the event that you hit $1 million target, you're hoping that you make enough passive income from that after a big correction to be able to pay your bills. You know, figure out the balance for you. Figure out the balance for you and how you want to secure your finances.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. These are some good takes by Oliver. Let's put these up. With 60K plus in crypto, targeting lower tier millionaire status through Pulse or Hex might feel underwhelming, given the potential for a widespread 10x increase. Initially, both were pathways to millions. Agreed. Yeah, let's put it this way. If you have 100K and put it in the RH ecosystem and are aiming for a 20x, then it's a stupid play. You could do a 20x on, then it's a stupid play. You can do 20x on top 50 coins. We're here for the wild greed.
Sure. I mean, and that's why and it could do more in the 20x, Oliver. You know, we're not saying it won't. It's just I'm building my bags and my portfolio. That's all I need, right? Like, I'm not saying that it can't do it. I'm keeping myself in check. I'm making sure I'm exposing myself to where I would be satisfied at a 20x, and my goals have been met. But crypto can go. There's a saying. The saying goes, crypto can go lower than you possibly can never imagine, which we kind of saw that with.
We felt that.
We felt that. And crypto can go higher than you could ever possibly ever imagine. And so, like, yeah, in my head, I'm like, oh, 20, 30x. I saw crypto 7.2. You're not going to want to sell to 30x. It's probably true. You put these numbers in your head because you're like, man, if I had $10 million, $20 million, then I'm going to go out and do these things, buy real world assets. I'll create this, passive income play. And, but you're right. It could go way higher. It could go 50, 100, 200x. I don't know, but I still, and just keeping myself realistic with the realistic expectations. I mean, I don't know, and you're right. You probably could get a 20x go by in the top 50 coins, as long as you're staying out of like, Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're not going to do 20x, but it's possible that you might be able to capture that. But I mean, I love this community. I love these assets. I mean, I'm here, man. This is where I'm going to be at. This is where I'm going to get my gains from. I don't need to go play the meme coin game.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And it is interesting. Everybody has their own strategy. Yeah. How much real estate do you really want? Crypto's here to stay. The question is, what crypto is here to stay? That's the real question in my mind. It's so new that we'll see. Yeah, it's an exciting time to be here.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, Silvertooth had over $1 million, didn't take any profits. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, that's a good example right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Issue is we're seeing small players putting 5 to 10K on the RH ecosystem. 10K is a high risk play to $1 million for investors, i.e. if you have 40 million to invest, would you put it all on RH, BTC, ETH? For sure. Yeah, for sure. You need more liquid assets if you're a big bag holder, right?
Yep, that's what I would do. I mean, if I had 40 million, I'm looking for more of a. You don't need the 1000x. Like, I'd probably be really heavy in Ethereum. If I had 40 million to invest, I'd be really heavy in Ethereum. Because Ethereum and BTC are both blue chips, but I like the Ethereum play because I know I'll get more. I think I'll get more X's out of Ethereum this market cycle than I will out of Bitcoin. I could be wrong. Who knows? But I would be in ETH if I had that kind of money.
Yeah,
30x is fire. Yeah, like I'm good with a 30x. Really am. I mean, I wouldn't cheat my whole bag there. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna have moon bags, but yeah, I mean, oh, there goes my daughter.
There she is.
She was.
Go say hello.
You say hi. Hey.
Yep. No, it's fun. Yeah, it's cool to be able to see everyone's different strategies here. Yeah, and at the end of the day, make sure to take some chips off the table. When you've got enough money that you can change your life and have a positive impact, take some chips off the table. It's fine to be able to miss out on some of the gains. You're not going to get all of them. But man, yeah, don't be the guy that gets to 7 figures and doesn't take anything. And now we're back to, your portfolio is less than 100K now.
No, sir.
Tom says better do more than a 20x at this point. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting.
Come on, Tom, you got a bunch of real estate, bro. I know you. He's trying to buy an apartment building. That's why.
That's right. Yeah, I'm with Danny on this one. I don't think top 50 are doing a 20x. Yeah, lucky you get a 5x on a lot.
He's probably right on this cycle. Like maybe in the last cycle that was that held true.
Right.
This cycle, man. If you guys watch Sami, I love Sami. I think he's hitting the nail on the head, guys, on a lot of his points. I hope he's wrong, and he says it all the time how he hopes he's wrong too. But I don't see like the cryptocurrency market going to like the same market cap as gold on this cycle. I just don't see it this cycle, and I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yep. Lessons are learned, Mr. Chinks. Lessons have been learned. Absolutely.
Rolled all the way up and down. Not me. I came in and bought the top. I was exit liquidity for a lot of you guys. That's how you learn, right?
Yep.
By the
All
time,
part of it.
ah,
All part of it.
painful.
Well, cool. That's probably a good place to wrap it up today, Corey. Is there anything else you want to hit on before you'll be flying back tomorrow, correct? So
Tomorrow.
no show tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm leaving literally at 4 a.m. here. It's going to be a brutal long day. We'll be in Phoenix by lunch, and then we'll be ready to stream again on Wednesday. I'll be in Arizona for 2 months. If you guys are out in AZ, shoot me a text. Let's go have coffee. Let's meet up. Let's have fun. And then I'll be back out in Puerto Rico again for hopefully, 6 months or so. I want to get my 6 months in, and then we might go to China this year too. That would be fun.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah, and make sure if you guys are here viewing from YouTube, if you're here Twitter, that's great. We appreciate you. If you're viewing from YouTube, we're going to be pushing all the traffic to Corey's channel and rebranding that as our DeFi Crypto Alliance channel. So make sure that you're going and subscribing over there. That'll be the place where we're putting out more content and whatnot. And once again, we appreciate you guys. You guys make the show what it is. Your commentary today has been excellent as always. Shout out to Frank on his cool new music video that he put out.
Yeah, I'll post it on my YouTube, guys, and on Twitter. Do him a favor and let's get it out there. I think it's great. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is maybe that video marks the bottom of our ecosystem.
Let me find. Did you? One of the questions was, did you find the Puerto Rico for Canada?
Oh no,
What's that called?
It's here in the Caribbean, Dane, and it's a very small. Here, let me pull up the maps and see if I can see it.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it really quick.
Find it for you real quick. If you're in Canada, just talk to. You're gonna want to talk to a tax attorney about it if you're really looking into this.
Was it the Bahamas?
No, it wasn't Bahamas. It was, hold on. Let me see if I find it. Jeez, I remember pulling it up on the map. I guess. Give us another day. I'll find it. I'll find it.
I don't think it was the St. Kitts or the St. Lucia, was it?
No, it wasn't that. I would recognize the name if you said it.
Right. The Cayman Islands.
Oh, it's Cayman Islands. Thank you. There it is. That's it. It's the Cayman Islands. Yeah. That's the Canada version of Puerto Rico for you guys. So but talk to a tax attorney, find out what it all entails. We're in a mastermind with a guy, and he's out there. He's from Canada, and he's out there, and he's building a multi-million-dollar business out there, with the intent to sell, of course, and that's why he's out there. Remember, 100x is nothing. Yeah, I hope so, man.
We're hopeful.
I'm here for it, but yeah, I know how I'm building my portfolio. I always go, what does a 30x do from here for me? Oh, I'm not excited there. Oh, let's buy some more. Oh, and I buy more. Okay, what does a 30x look like now? Okay, all right. I'm getting excited. Let's still buy some more. But so it's just that's how I think about things.
Exactly. Love it. Once again, appreciate you guys. Catch us on Wednesday.
Yep. And I will see you guys. Peace.
Yeah.